What's up? Breaking news. My daughter just said I love you. Technically love, but I'll take it. So, I've said for a while now that like one thing I need to work on is teaching her words because I'm just so like I work 7 days a week and my days are so fucking just ridiculously long that I just don't have a lot of time to sit down and teach her words like I would like to. So at bedtime, I've been like reading her books or just trying to teach her common words that I say, phrases that I say throughout the day to her, whatever. And for like the last couple weeks, I've been going, I love you. And every time I do it, I wait for her to do it back. So I'll go I, and she'll go I, and then I'll go love, and then she'll look at me like I'm fucking stupid because she doesn't know how to say love. So I'll go like sound it out, and then say you, and then she'll go you. So she goes I, you, and then so we just kept practicing it, and she finally did it, dude. She went I love you. So I tricked my daughter into loving me, and I thought that was worth talking about because, God, that makes me happy. That's the first time she's ever said it, and then I fastly said it, I love you, and she said it again, I love you. So that's awesome, and she's gonna be talking this time next year. She'll probably be stringing together sentences, man, and I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss her just saying gobbledygook. Just, I don't know how many of you watching are parents, but I know that to those of you that aren't, it might be an eye roll to talk about how much parenting changes you, but God, I can't explain how fast it goes by. And when you do have a kid, even though it feels like every stage is hard, fucking cherish it. Cherish it, dude. I only plan on having one. I don't plan on having a second one, to be honest with you. I want her to get all my love and attention, and that be it. The Goodwin name ends with her, unless she makes her husband take her last name, which she's going to be a badass. She just might do. We'll see. But, each phase just goes by so quick. She was an infant, you know, just a wee little baby. Couldn't move her head, and you're feeding, giving her bottles, and then, you know, she's in her little walker, playing around, getting a little bit bigger, starting to sit up. Oh man, now she's starting to get her neck strength, starting to crawl around. Crawling was a big one. That was cute to watch her learn. I remember when we lived in moved into the apartment before this one, she wasn't walking yet. She was just crawling, and we moved into a place that was all carpet for the first time, and she was mind blown by the carpet. And I remember going into the new apartment, it was completely empty because we were doing like a test walkthrough, and she just crawled all over the place through it and loved it. And I hope she likes this place as much as our last apartment. I think she does. Our last apartment was pretty nice, but this one's a little bit nicer, I think. But yeah, you dude. Then all of a sudden she's crawling and shit. Then all of a sudden she's standing. She's, you know, holding herself up by tables and standing, and oh man, kind of taking a step to another table and holding herself up. And then just one day started walking, and then never looked back. Now she's running. You know, was too nervous to walk outside anywhere, but always got carried around, and then got big enough to where now we're holding hands and we're walking around like she's becoming her own little human man. And like, even though at the end of the day you're worn out and you're tired from work and your kids this close to your face wanting to play and you're tired, just remember, man, that your kid's not always going to be in your face wanting your attention, you know. One day they're going to be independent. They're not, you know, obviously they'll still love you, but they don't need you the same way that they do right now. And, I can't believe she's already 4. A year and a half, and she'll need to go to school. No, I'm not a grown man sitting here crying because my daughter said I love you. It's just crazy, you know, because the entire time she's been alive, like, life hits 100 miles per hour once you have a kid. It's sleepless nights. It's go, go, go. It's no longer about you. You can't fail. You've got to make it work. You know, it's playtime is over. And it's not about your wants and your needs anymore. You have purpose, you know. The biggest purpose in this world is reproducing, and that's not to shame anybody that doesn't want kids. Not wanting kids is a perfectly fine thing, perfectly fine life choice. I'm no judgment there. Not saying you gotta have a kid. I'm just saying that reproducing is a big part of being alive for every creature, right? And I really never thought I was gonna have a kid. I never wanted one, and she's happened, you know. And I wouldn't change it for the world. I might come on here stressed out all the time, bitching and about my job and my long days, but I would so much rather. I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm lucky to be able to spend the day with her. I'm lucky to be able to have a job where I get to hang out with her so much. And she's so happy. And like, I'm her fucking superhero. And I'm all that she knows, you know? And to a point that scares me, because I literally mean I'm all that she knows. She is only around me every second of every day. And to an extent that worries me. But I want to homeschool her and teach her things certain ways. And it's just crazy to think that, like, yeah, in a year and a half, she'll be fucking, not next year, but the year after that, I'll have to consider putting her in school. September is a weird birthday. Yeah, so it would be 2 years from now, I guess. And that's crazy to me, because it seemed like just yesterday I was bringing her home from the hospital, and life hits 100 miles per hour, and you just get so caught up in work and providing and making sure you got food on the table and that you got a roof, and it becomes so stressful because you got someone depending on you, and it's hard to take moments to appreciate the timing of everything, the moment that you're in. She will never be this age again. She will never be at this stage again. And you gotta take pauses during the day and remember that, no matter how stressed out you get, no matter how annoyed you might be getting, no matter how many times you've watched that movie with her, at the end of the day, she is sitting down with you and commands your attention. And she's not always going to want that. And, God, I really am just like this giant walking ball of stress. And then when I play with her, nothing else matters. And I love you guys. Yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that. I thought that was cool. She knows other words like let's go, stop, no, like basic words, but she's not stringing together sentences. So I love you is that's a good start, you know. And I don't know, to any other parent out there, just I know it gets hard, but my God, just appreciate every second. To any non-parent out there who's planning on having a kid, that's my best advice. It's going to be a lot of sleepless nights. It's going to be a lot of stress. It's going to push you to your absolute limit, but appreciate it nonetheless, because the stress will pass, but so will that phase of life, and you're never going to have that opportunity again. Unless you have another one, of course, or 10 more, whatever. I don't judge. I'm babbling. I'm not an emotional grown man crying because my daughter said I love you, you know. I've just had a really bad day, and that was a nice way to finish it off, I guess. Anyway, I love you guys, and thank you for watching. Thank you for all the encouragement, and I got some exciting videos on the way, I think. Anyway, I got the next few days planned out, which is nice, and did decent at work today, despite it being an annoying day, so we're somewhat ahead. As long as we do, we got a snowstorm coming, dude. And if we get as much as they say we're going to, I'm not going to be able to work. They're calling for another 8-inch snowstorm. But this time it's not supposed to drop 8 inches overnight. It's supposed to drop it during the day, so I can go out and work, and then when it starts sticking to the roads, come home. But that's not the problem. I can drive. I'm a damn good driver. Not meaning to toot my own horn, but a toot fucking toot. I am a good driver. It's other people I'm worried about. Other people can't drive when it's sunny and clear, so they for damn sure can't drive when it's snowing. So there's no point in me being out there risking it, you know, especially with a kid. But I don't think we're going to have a choice come Tuesday when it's snowing. We're going to have to try to work for a few hours. Maybe we can bust out a couple Instacart orders for people ordering for the storm and then go home once it starts to stick. But we got to try. My concern is the next day, because the night of, it's supposed to get down to -6. And so and then the next day, the high is 15. So, like, this next week is going to be pretty insane, and the snow is going to stick around for a minute, and I cannot afford to be off work, and it's a short month. But look at me, dude. I somehow managed to shift the tone. Started this video by saying, hey, appreciate the moment you're in. Don't worry about the stresses of life. And ended it stressing about life. Imagine that. Talked myself into a circle. Love you guys. Bye. Yeah, just kidding. As of just now, they're calling for 7 to 14 inches of snow. What?